begin tonight with a debate between the current most popular gaming CPU on the market and the former fastest gaming CPU. We'll allow the candidates to speak for 2 minutes at a time to state their case for why PC enthusiasts should buy their product. AMD, we begin with you. You state that you have the fastest gaming CPUs on the market, but you simultaneously raised prices on consumers with your latest product. What impact do you think your choices will have on your customer base?
Well, firstly, I want to say Intel. Look at them. Have you ever seen them raise their core count? No, not once. We have done more for the PC industry in 47 months than Intel has done in 47 years, okay? And then let's talk about their laptops. Tiger Lake? The FBI is investigating them because they're so corrupt and so slow. And I've heard that they're called Tiger Lake because Intel owes money to Joe Exotic. Their laptops are so sleepy. It's sad. It's pathetic. We have the fastest laptops in the entire world. Best laptops ever made. Everything that AMD is saying is a lie. We've had a firm lead in many different categories for the entire gaming sector for many years. Wrong? No, you don't. Your laptops are slow. Your PCs are slow, sleepy. Sleepy Intel is what I call you. We revolutionized the battery life industry for laptops. We were the first company to make 24-hour notebooks a reality while AMD was still trying to lie to people about how many cores were in their processors and trying to convince consumers that power consumption didn't matter. We firmly moved forward while AMD was desperately trying to come up with an excuse as to why their product wasn't a bad choice for the people. Everybody knows they only last so long because they're sleepy. That's simply not true. Your processors are responsible for some of the worst disasters in PC building history. The Verge build. Do you remember that? Whose processors did they use in that build? It was yours, Intel. Yours. Will you shut up, man? You know we didn't sponsor that malarkey. I heard you did. People know you created the worst PC build in all of history. It's what everybody's saying. Everybody knows you did it. People are saying it. You are responsible for the Verge build.
Gentlemen, we're here to debate your case for why people should use your parts in their computers going forward, not to discuss events that you weren't in direct control of.
How can you say that they weren't in control of it? All right, they did this when they had the lead advantage when it came to computer processors. They were ahead, but no, they came out with the most corrupt benchmarks ever. Do we not remember what happened with Principal Technologies? The corruption, fake benchmarks, corrupt Intel, it's all bad. You're responsible for the most corrupt benchmarking sets ever in history. Listen, folks, you know my character, our reputation, and our honor for telling the truth. You know that AMD is not a healthy choice for your computers going forward. As soon as they had the opportunity to raise prices on you, they did. A 20% yearly price increase in their Ryzen 5 CPUs. That clearly demonstrates their willingness to throw the average PC user under the bus to meet the margins they want, but couldn't get before because companies like us kept them in check. No, I know more about airflow than you do, okay? It kills all the graphics cards, all of them, they die.
Gentlemen, that's enough. Let's move on to the topic of RGB. AMD, with the rampant plague of RGB that has taken over PCs, can you tell the people where you stand on the matter?
Yeah, this will be good. The company that made a stock RGB cooler. Listen, I'm the least RGB computer maker in the world. My parts, minimal RGB. There hasn't been a computer company dedicated to the lack of RGB like us since Cyrix. Then how do you explain the Wraith Prism? Who built the coolers, Intel? You don't even include stock coolers. That's simply not true. We include stock coolers on all of our non-overclocking processors. Wrong. Bad information. No. Look, folks. Fake. He's just trying to distract you from the fact that AMD knows that RGB doesn't increase performance, but they'll still use it as a marketing strategy to sell you their chips, even though their stock coolers sound like it's gonna chop somebody's fingers off. It's just not smart. Don't you ever say smart to me again, okay? You're the company that hates benchmarks. We have big benchmarks, the biggest benchmarks, the best benchmarks the world has ever seen. The benchmarks that show that your company is bad at making computer chips. Listen here, we care about people, real people, not benchmarks. We don't care what some fancy numbers show us on a spreadsheet. We care about getting you, the real you, the performance that you need and you deserve. If you care so much, then why haven't you improved your product in 5 years, okay? Huh? You look like you're failing all over the place. Flailing Intel is what I like to call you. Flailing, because you're a failure.
Gentlemen, thank you for your comments. Now it's time for your closing words. Intel, we'll start with you.
PC enthusiasts, normal computer users, folks at home. We at Intel have always been about providing you with the tools to succeed about whatever task your system needs to do. Battery life, gaming performance, video editing. We have been there for you since you were a kid. And I promise, we're not going to change anything now. As you remember us, so we shall be. And we, with our Intel products, we want you to be able to say bye then to AMD.
AMD, your statement?
Look, folks, we have the best benchmarks in the world. More cores, fastest speed that you've ever seen. And plus, I think that our processors look way better than Intel's. Okay, we're the best PC manufacturer in the world. And now we have our trump card, our GPUs, smart access memory, the fastest PCs the world has ever seen when you go all AMD. So make AMD part of your system. Make AMD great again? No, I think you need to make your PC great again with AMD.
Thank you, gentlemen. Well, people at home, you've heard from both teams. It's now up to you to decide which company you'll vote for with your hard-earned dollars.
And actually, please vote. Like, for real. Go vote.